Greetings, everyone. You've got it live on Tuesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. We expect to see sparks flying down in the paint tonight. Greg, a couple of very talented centers matching up head-to-head in this one.
But with the way the game is played today, we could see them battling at the arc. Modern bigs make their presence felt now all over the floor.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Robinson is out there with Rudy Gay. Then there's Emmanuel Quickley. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Barrett at the 3. The Trailblazers shooting their first free throw tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
You love a well-rounded player like Jake Crowder, cross-positional on the defensive end, a guy who has really developed into a multi-talented threat.
Hachimura against Barrett. The shot from the low post is good.
This guy's a bucket getter. R.J. Barrett finds a way to capitalize on the interior. He's got the size to get it done.
And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Here's New York. It's a three-point game. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
One thing we know, great teams in the NBA get production off the bench, and that was critical that night.
Well, Rudy Gay was born in Brooklyn. Over 100 NBA players hail from that borough of New York City, making it a hotbed for Hoopstown.
Pass to Brunson. Shoots the 3. Portland grabs the miss.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Henderson. It's George on the wing. Barrett covering. Got a hand on it.
R.J. Barrett has strength and length on the defensive end, and that makes that block an easy one.
Now here's Brunson. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Barrett kicks to Gay. Good on the three-point shot. Gay's got a couple of threes now in the first with the Knicks. A lot of talent indeed, and Rudy Gay is just one of many stars hailing from Brooklyn.
And future Hall of Famer Carmelo Anthony was born there, and just like Rudy, was in Maryland for high school. Kemba, Bernard King, Lenny Wilkins, other legends from the Brooklyn Borough.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And that one's good by Henderson.
Boy, that play developed just the way they wanted, and Valanciunas made sure they got the bucket. What a tremendous pass.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself. Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Barrett against Hachimura. That one falls. Barrett's got his second bucket.
Well, R.J. Barrett, how about the ability to focus with the defender right in his grill? How about that finish? Woo!
From the stripe, that's good for George on the assist by Henderson. Henderson's got 3 assists tonight.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
They're basically saying you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
It's rebounded by Barrett. New York trailing. Quickly with it. George picks him up. Brunson with a clean look. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And here's Grant. He'll bring it up for Portland. Door since 2000. The New York Knicks have won a grand total of 1 playoff series. What are their issues? Why the problem?
Yeah, I think, Kevin, you always evaluate an organization in its totality. You start with the ownership group, then you go to the general manager, down to the coaches, and how is your roster? What caliber of player is there? Clearly, they have not had stability amongst the GMs, the coaches, or the personnel. It does, however, appear that they are moving in a direction with a clear plan now.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Highland's shot is good.
What a terrific pass. Work the ball inside and create a good look for your teammate.
Pass to Sims. .127 left to play in the first quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hart the pass to Sims. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
To the middle, Simons finds Hayes. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Highland's shot is good.
And nice pass by Grant. And this is what happens when you become a great scorer. You draw defenders, which often leaves someone open.
There's 49 seconds left in the first. Throws it up high. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Highland. That shot misses. The Knicks go the other way with it. Last time they met in New York.
They just got overwhelmed. We knew that game was going to be a tough one for them, and we were right.
Sometimes it's about the talent disparity, and it would have taken a massive effort for them to even be competitive, and it was nothing close to that.
Now, here's Sean. Defense right on him. It's tipped, and he's able to get it back. Here's Highland. His three-pointers off the mark. Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Trailblazers out in front, leading by just 2. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Portland.
And guys, I love the movement, doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunities.
We've also seen them show a willingness to take advantage of the mid-range opportunities. The defense conceding these looks, and they're cashing in.
You've got Anthony Simon. Paul George is out there with Jeremy Grant. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Highland in at point guard. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with.
Well, the length and athleticism that Jeremy Grant possesses puts the defense in a tough spot. That's nice.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Henderson's checked in. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Robinson's checked in for Hartenstein. Hart, wide open. He fires. Off target from three-point range. Portland leading. Bounce pass from Valanciunas. Shot on the wing. And the shot is long.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Okay, a screen on George. Barrett against George. And Barrett gets it to go. Barrett's got 6.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
And growing up around basketball, R.J. Barrett's dad played a bunch of places. R.J. spending a lot of his childhood in France.
Hart kicks to Barrett. They get a hand on it. Inside. And there's Grant on the assist by Henderson. Henderson's got 4 assists in the game.
Well, this is why Jeremy Grant's size is important. Stretches out beautifully whenever he's close to the rack.
Hart the pass again. Robinson kicks to Gay. And the Knicks miss again. And Valanciunas has got the ball here for Portland. Greg, you know this. One of R.J. Barrett's dad's best friends, former MVP Steve Nash.
Yeah, and Nash is R.J.'s godfather, no less. So Barrett's had a chance to kind of soak in the game his entire life, and you can see that in his intelligent play on the floor.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Jay Crowder comes in for Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Hachimura in for Anthony Simons. Barrett kicks to Robinson. Here's Brunson. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Brunson's got the game tied up here for the Knicks. Henderson against Brunson. Robinson with the block.
This guy's nose for the basketball, and his timing as a shot blocker is intimidating. Mitchell Robinson so quick off his feet.
Here's Gay. The good-looking shot from the wing. Gay's got 8 points.
Well, the size advantage playing a big part there. Just calmly rises and fires.
The three from George. It's rebounded by New York. Gay's got his 4th rebound in this one. Hart with it, now guarded by Crowder. Hart the pass to Gay. And Robinson throws it down hard.
Yeah, Mitchell Robinson, if you fail to get a body on him, he will go to the offensive glass and make you pay.
Here's Henderson, outside for George. A 3. It's rebounded by New York. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Gay in the corner. There's the 3. Passes it to Brunson. And a miss there on the triple.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
It'll go, and the New York Blues cut down to just 2 points in the bucket from Paul George. And different games, different officials. Something that might be called a foul in one game, Greg, may not be called in the next. As a player, how do you adjust to that?
It's a great question, and that's part of being a veteran. I learned early on, you actually scout officials the same way you scout the players. They have tendencies as well. Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. And let's take a moment to honor the Western Conference Player of the Week, Paul George.
And what can you say about how huge he has been for this offense? Everything he's done, from the scoring, the shooting, the playmaking, you take him out of the lineup, and there's no telling just how different this team looks.
Here's Sharp. Sims with the rebound. The Knicks leading by 4. Hart kicks to DiVincenzo. There's 1:38 left in the first half. Quickly the pass to Hart. Shot clock at 6. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Jay Crowder.
Josh Hart won't always have his shot falling, but the hustle is there, and a great energy guy with major impact on the floor.
And for Josh Hart, he's a fan favorite because of his hustle.
And that can go a long way in the NBA. Hart looks like a typical 3-and-D player, but he also has that intangible of igniting the team.
And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
Quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Let's pause for just a moment to see the teams that have been extremely effective with their three-point shooting this past month. Number 1, the Trailblazers.
Yeah, boy, they've been hot from 3 this past month. That's what happens when you have good shooters who get into a good rhythm.
And so DiVincenzo nails both of them.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more visible.
Count it.
You see the level of effectiveness Rui Hachimura has on the interior. This guy, even with good defense, can score the basketball.
Here's Hartenstein, and it's blocked. Here's Hyland. He has 5. Hachimura kicks to Crowder. Fires from deep. Trains it from beyond the arc. Now just a 2-point Knicks lead.
And nice work on the perimeter. Defenses must respect Sharp's range.
DiVincenzo passes to Hartenstein. And here is Hart. Down low. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Great chemistry between two teammates. Love the passing.
Here's Sharp. It's blocked. Now, quickly. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Here's Sims. That one drops for him. Sims has got his second bucket tonight.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
The pass to Hachimura. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Wow, gritty play by Rui Hachimura. Doesn't let the foul prohibit him from finishing.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
It'll count. And a close game so far through the first two quarters as we reach halftime. Knicks lead by 4. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so's our breakdown of the upcoming schedule. And I'm sure folks at home are looking at that schedule and thinking about making some friendly wagers. What about you, Big? Now let's change gears back to the New York Knicks, who find themselves in a tightly contested. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. It's been quite a game for Rudy Gay.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
And New York, looking at who they've got. Emmanuel quickly out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's R.J. Barrett. Then there's Rudy Gay. And it's Robinson in at the center, filling out the middle. And George gets it to go.
Now, Paul George has been exceptionally consistent from three-point territory. That fluid shooting motion is something else.
Pass to Robinson. For three, Barrett. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got 5 rebounds tonight. Hachimura, no good. The Knicks leading by 3. And here's Brunson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Brunson's got 6.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
And that's the kind of bucket they needed. Close game in the second half. Great finish on that one.
Barrett with the ball. 8 points for him. And Brunson has it in the corner. Driving in, and that one drops for him. Brunson's got 4 this quarter.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Valanciunas, good.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
For New York, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Quickly finds Brunson. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Barrett.
Oh, that's unbelievable. Boy, you love that he wants to finish with authority, sending a message to the defense. R.J. Barrett.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. And Barrett has got the ball here for New York. Leading by 5. Summer of 2014, Doris. Paul George suffering a leg injury playing for the national team.
Kevin, I remember that injury like it was yesterday. There were many, including me, who wondered whether Paul George could ever be the same guy. And amazingly, he puts in all the necessary work, and I think has come back better. That is a huge credit to his work ethic and his grit.
Now, here's Barrett. He's got 10 to the paint. Here's Gay. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. He's got 10.
Well, critical in the pick and roll that you be able to deliver the ball in a timely spot and in the right position. And R.J. Barrett does just that.
A different look now for Portland. Hayes, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Jeremy Grant comes in for Crowder. And it's Simons in for Hachimura. And then for New York, Sims is checked in. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Quickly. Simons against DiVincenzo. Here's Barrett. Good on the 7-footer. And 12 points for R.J. Barrett.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
George against Barrett. Puts it up from 15. Good on that shot. With that, the Knick lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Paul George.
Yeah, there are times where you've got to get to that mid-range jump shot, and Paul George has got it to perfection.
Here's Brunson. It's tipped. Pass to Simons. Banked in off the glass. Now just a 1-point Knicks lead.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
A different look for New York. Hartenstein's checked in for Gay. And Hart subbed in for R.J. Barrett.
Isaiah Hartenstein.
Hart against George. Hart the pass to Hartenstein. Up and in on the layup. Hartenstein's got his second basket of the game.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Simply crushing it right now. So much more accurate in the second half than he was in the first.
Passes it to Sims. Here's Hartenstein. Now the pass to DiVincenzo. Low block shot. And it's in off the backboard. And the Knicks lead by 3.
Well, what a terrific possession. Attack in the painted area.
Pass to Simons. Shoots over DiVincenzo. And it's Simons missing. The Knicks have gotten 8 of their 11 shots to drop since the break. A great third quarter for them offensively. Takes a 3. Hart, no good. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Feeds to George. It's rebounded by New York.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Hart, that's good. And now a 5-point Knicks lead.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing.
Pass to George. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Grant for 3. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists tonight.
Very good awareness from Grant. Just the ability to catch and shoot. So important to his growth.
Here's Brunson. Oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach preaches it. Nice work.
And how about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. About there with Hachimura. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. Then it's Anthony Simons. And it's Highland in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And Barrett gets it to go.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Passes it to Valanciunas. Hard against Simon. And there's the pass to Highland. And the Trailblazers, another three.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Barrett. The feed now to Robinson. A slam dunk by Robinson.
Well, as a roller, Mitchell Robinson has a chance to be a problem for defenses. Shows it right there.
Here's Highland. And Portland again with the bucket.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Outside Robinson. He kicks it to Barrett. 6 to shoot. From deep. Highland with the rebound.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Now, here's Barrett. T right on him. And that one is off. Good work defensively by Hachimura. And the points coming for them now, Greg and Bunchen.
And we're seeing what a high-octane offense should look like.
Valanciunas, good.
Well, Jonas Valanciunas has the instincts, the size, and the smarts to go ahead and take advantage of those missed shots and create them into points.
New York calls timeout.
And momentum going the other way. Can they find some answers?
I think here you have just got to get back to what you do best and then live with the results.
Jake Crowder's checked in for the Trailblazers. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Brunson's checked in. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I listened to Tom Thibodeau talking to his team during the break. He said, this is where we make our moves. This game's going to come down to big plays. Whichever team makes them is going to come out of here with the win. Kevin, we know which side he's on.
Thank you, David. I'm watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Barrett against Hachimura. And Robinson throws it down.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
No doubt keeping it very close. They're going to have to step up even more to get over the hump here.
For New York, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Barrett, count that bucket. Barrett's got it all tied up now for the Knicks.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Here's Highland. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. Here's Barrett. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Portland's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. To the inside. Valanciunas passes to Sharp. Over Brunson. And he gets it back. Second chance effort. Sharp. That's good. Sharp's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And this young guy is already imposing his will on the game. Sharp, someone you can count on in the moment. What a shot over the bigger defender. That could prove to be a massive bucket.
You mentioned the size difference. There was a lot working against him in that matchup, but he still comes through big in the clutch.
Trailblazers making a switch here. Here's George. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
Wow. How about Paul George commanding the basketball when his team needs a basket? Go to work, sir.
Now Barrett. Gay, a screen on Crowder. Here's Barrett. That shot, no good. Good work defensively by Hachimura. Portland's gone past the 3-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. The Knicks have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. And finished off by Gay.
And gotta respect the attitude there of Gay. If it's an important point in the game, he demands the ball.
George, that's a two-pointer. Again, the Trailblazers score.
He's such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Hachimura against Barrett. Kicks it out to Gay. Pocket 6. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
All the time in the world to get that one up.
And a deep three from George. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. New York calls timeout. They trail by 2. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth. Brunson the pass to Barrett. To take the lead. It's hauled in by George.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
It's stolen by Barrett.
Points are an absolute must here.
And no time to waste. Not at this point in the game.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
He sinks the clutch free throw.
Yeah, big play on the front end to finish, despite getting hacked there, and big on the back end to hit the free throw.
A 3 from George. Knocks down a trifecta.
Paul George loves delivering when the game is on the line. That is absolute magic.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're behind by 2. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, your thoughts?
And they've got plenty of time to get a basket.
Well, they've got to be aggressive, guys, because the defense doesn't want to foul here.
And both free throws good for Brunson.
You can't have any more pressure on you than he had at the line right there. Shows you what he's made of as he's able to tie it up.
It's Henderson on the wing. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejection. Wow.
And in a close game, blocks like that are so clutch, and that could be a real difference maker here tonight.
From deep, George. Oh, couldn't sink the shot, and we're going to overtime. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. From Portland, we're back in a moment. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. They've got Jonas Valanciunas, Jay Crowder out there with Rui Hachimura. Then it's Paul George, and it's Henderson in at the 1 spot.
That's the bucket they needed, and Valanciunas goes and gets it for him. The big man seizes control of the moment.
Brunson, no good. Portland has gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Trailblazers moving the ball around. George, that's a two-pointer, and right on target. Good. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
But Paul George been cooking all night. The defense has nothing for him right now.
New York calls timeout. Trailblazers on D. And that one's good quickly.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. We play just over a minute here in OT. Here's quickly. No good on the 3. Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 from the floor as we've gotten this overtime period underway. Here's Henderson. That ball is nice speed that time from George.
As good a scorer as he is, we know that Paul George is not a ball stopper. Excellent decision right there.
Quickly kicks to Brunson. Gay, a screen on Henderson. Brunson the pass to Gay. A shot off that time. Good work defensively by Crowder. And here's George for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. George has got the lead up to 6 now for Portland.
And this is a shot Paul George makes consistently, right? When he's in rhythm, he's ready to fire off the bounce.
Kept alive. Here's Gay. Off with the layup. For Portland, they've gone a stellar 4 of 5 from the floor since the start of overtime. Here's Henderson. Here's Valanciunas. Robinson with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Robinson. And the Knicks making a change here. Barrett's checked in. And here's George for 3. Sinks the triple. And the Trailblazers lead by 9.
Well, you love Crowder's willingness to distribute the basketball. His vision allows him to set his teammates beautifully.
Barrett dishes to Robinson. And finished off by Robinson.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
Valanciunas sets a screen for Henderson. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 14 rebounds.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And George gets it to go.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here. Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot. But right now, this guy is cooking.
George against Quickly. Back to George. Puts up a 3. Sinks the three-pointer.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
Yeah, probably didn't anticipate that this one would be that close down the wire, but give them credit. They were able to regroup in that overtime, and this win has to feel